Welcome to Bridgeport Stadium in Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to the James Madison Dukes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Tar Heels will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Back to throw, it's Barnett. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Rushes on him. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to... over on your opening drive.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Caught in the backfield, it's Knight. He gets it up to the 37-yard line. And let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. And the Dukes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the right. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. On target to the left. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Not a lot of movement on that one, the defense in position.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Forced down in the pocket. There he goes. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
The Dukes will line it up on 1st and 10. On the move, it's Knight. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes!
And coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did. And they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lopez to pass. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The give out of the gun. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
Got a man in the middle. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. New set of downs after the completion. Using his legs, it's Goff. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now he set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs to help keep this drive alive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Lopez wants to fire. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And he made the extra point without problem. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Barnett. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Dukes will have it 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Oh, he's got a chance. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing on the run. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose, racing down the left side. And the defense got it at the 20. Touchdown, UNC! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And the point after is good. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Still looking, on the move. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it for a big play. Big play takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
It's not always the sacks on the quarterback, right? You just want to affect him. You want to get to his legs. And if you can smash him, even better. Hit him in the face, make that ball float up in the air, creates the turnover, creates the big play, momentum shift for the defense.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive, and then quickly went to Pott with a pick on the second one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with this third possession. Caught behind the line. It's Hood. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. With the catch, it's Johnson. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, North Carolina. Great job by the back on the option.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run on the stats. But the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll return it. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Flushed out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that side.
The Dukes moving quickly to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, James Madison!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This is really aggressive here. Still just a one-possession game in the 3rd quarter, and they're going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. formation, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Hood. Grab near the sticks, it's Lopez. Touchdown, Tar Heels! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick off.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking to take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, he got loose. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Pocket breaking down. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Gonna let it fly. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
One back, baby, one back.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Dukes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Buying some time. Right on the money. He is denied short of the end zone as the two-point try fails, and this will remain a 9-point lead.
Carolina, 28. James Madison.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Lopez to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Working that left side now. Tackled there by the defense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Back to pass on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 15.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense when you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on 1st down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, UNC!
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. And now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
And the extra point is good, and the lead swells to 16, and it's getting late. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, certainly through the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Quarterback moving. He wants a big play here late. No other words, that was just a terrible throw.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. They'll run play action. Going to try to get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the 1st down.
Well, we know the defensive coordinator's been harping on his guys about this. Earlier in the game, this quarterback was killing him with his scrambling ability and his ability to take off. That time, though, nice adjustment by the defense. It was almost as if they were expecting him to scramble that time. Really, really nice job defensively.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Going for it all. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Catch. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
Timeout, James Madison.
Backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation